All right, today's lesson is all about problem-solving strategies. Many of these strategies you have encountered in the past, but today we're just going to revisit them and do a couple word problems that go along with some of these strategies. In particular, because we have been working with ratios, we are going to have some word problems that involve ratios and some of these problem solving strategies. So just so you have a good background on these are just ones that we've worked on in the past. So we have draw a diagram, look for a pattern, make a graph, make an organized list, try, check, and revise, solve a simpler problem, simulate a problem, make a table, use logical reasoning, work backward, and write an equation. These are all pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go into depth with these. But just remember that you have a lot of different options when it comes to word problems. I know word problems can be scary, and I was afraid of them too when I was your age, but they really don't need to be as scary as we all make them out to be, as long as we have some good skills behind them. All right, so our first example we're going to do is you mix 8 ounces of concentrate with 64 ounces of water to make orange juice. If you need a total of 288 ounces of juice, how much concentrate should you buy? Well, first we want to write out a ratio, okay? In this particular ratio, it's going to be from concentrate to water, because those are the two things we need to put together to make the orange juice. Um, the ratio would be 8 to 64, okay? 8 to 64. If you want to reduce that, you are more than welcome to. I know 8 to 64 can be reduced to 1 to 8. And that is definitely an option in this particular problem um, because it's a ratio. It's just like a fraction. You can reduce it. Okay. We have some unknown amounts. We know that we need a total of 288 ounces of juice, but we need to figure out how much water and how much orange juice we need. So for that 8 ounces and for that 64 ounces, we have an unknown amount. Okay, from here we are actually taking the problem solving strategy of writing an equation. Okay, first we have kind of made an organized list. Now we're writing an equation. Okay, and this equation is going to tell us how to solve this. So in order for me to have 288 ounces of juice, we need to have some unknown amount of concentrate plus some unknown amount of orange juice in water, excuse me. In this case, we can then add them together to get that 288 amount. So from here we can solve. So 8a plus 64a is 72a. And that equals 288. So after I combine my like terms, now I'm going to solve for a. I'd like to get a alone. So I'm going to divide by 72, divide by 72. All right, now that we've divided those, we are going to get a equals 288 divided by 72 is 4. All right, so that's just telling me what my A is. That's not actually answering my problem. If you go back to the original problem, which is something you should always do to make sure you're solving the correct thing, is if you need a total of 288 ounces of juice, how much concentrate should I buy? So I want to know how much concentrate. So I know that my unknown amount is 8A, but now I know what A is, so I'm going to do 8 times 4 and get 32. And that is how many ounces of concentrate I'm going to need to buy in order to make the 288 ounces of juice. All right, so it's very self-explanatory. Just all about how to set up the problem. All right, here's another similar problem. We have a recipe says to mix equal parts of orange juice and guava juice with 1/2 part pineapple juice to make fruit punch. If you need to make 4 gallons of punch, how many ounces of each juice do you need? All right, so I'm going to let you guys do this problem in your whisk tonight. I'll look for the answer tomorrow. Please come to class with any additional questions you may have about problem solving. Also, if you're struggling at all with any of the ratio information, I'd really like you guys to ask me now before we move on to more difficult things with ratios. Okay, so please do this problem for me at home. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in class.